Mad Father! Yes. I adored this game. I fell in love. You can just, it's beautiful. The music, everything. Just beautiful. Like, tears. Just beautiful. But you are this pretty little girl, Aya, and you live with your father. Your mother is deceased. And one night you go to bed and a noise wakes you up and you go out and there's like these creepy monsters in the hallway and you have no idea what's going on, so you try and find your dad and no luck there. So pretty much you go around solving puzzles, looking at creepy monsters. Like this one chick didn't have eyes and you had to go find them for her and she just popped them back in and she was alright. She was like, thank you. Yeah, she was like, thank you for finding my eyes.
At least
normal. Yeah. Oh, how can I forget Snowball? Snowball was a cute little bunny
that she carried around.
That she treated very kindly, about 4 or 5 times.
Yes.
What does that mean?
And
I don't think I want to know.
I'm sensing sarcasm.
you don't want to know.
You really don't.
You don't. No.
Treated very nicely as in.
I
I'm
wish.
sure she
Nah,
had stabbed her in the
18.
face before.
It was great, but
It's not considerable.
because Luigi's a bitch. But
Aw, no. That's, oh yeah, yeah.
come on.
It happens.
Basically, as the story progresses on, you meet this guy. What was the bald guy's name? You remember?
Archibald.
Yeah, you meet with Ogre, and
He was also Meow.
yeah, the same picture as Meow. But another really good ending. It's kind of one of those games. It wasn't really. I didn't think it was that hard, but it was just the music was beautiful and the artwork was beautiful and just the whole premise and like it wasn't really a twist at the end, but it was just kind of like a realization. And you were just like, oh my god, this is crazy. And there's a few endings you can get and things like that. And I thought all the endings were pretty interesting. It wasn't like, one ending where, oh, he died and the end. But yeah, but we didn't even show the. Didn't I have another picture from that song? Oh, this.
I see that.
Yep, this is her fan art. She's a wonderful artist. I know, I really like this picture.
She looks like Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, we actually saw an Alice cosplayer one time and we were like, oh my god, you're from Bad Mother. She's like, no. Oh, she's here. I think there was another picture.
I like it, dude.
Oh, Alice.
I thought Sayumu.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is like the entrance hall. You frequent this a lot. There's like these great creepy monsters and try and kill you, but they're not that hard to evade. And then there's you use this you get a chainsaw at some point, which I don't really think a young girl should be handling, but you use it to solve a lot of puzzles and
Well,
it kind of ties in with
problems.
Yep, it solves your problems. Chainsaws.
Yes.
Forever.
It's great. That's trouble.
Yep. Okay, what's the next one? Eve!
Oh my god.
Fangirly. A lot of more beautiful music and artwork.
That was made in 2004.
You start out as Eve, and you go to a museum with your family,
And like wandering around, looking at the paintings,
and things go down south.
and she can't like read any of them.
Yeah, because she's like younger, and like so they put question marks for the words that she can't understand. But later you can go back and she'll understand some of the more of the words. But doesn't I feel like there's an exhibit and it opens up and she like jumps in and then goes into this whole other world, and the world was like supposed to be created by like one of the artists that were on display there, and it's a lot of difficult puzzle solving. I had a lot of trouble with some of the puzzles, and you team up with this guy. Well, you drew a picture of him. Didn't you? You team up with this guy Gary, and he is, oh my gosh, big girl moment. And everybody has a rose, and that's kind of your health meter. And once your rose like vial runs out of water, like that's when you die. So you have to go to like all these vials to get more water to regain health. And there's also a blonde girl that you meet later on, Mary, who has a very interesting story, and she's kind of the center point of the game once you get that far.
And there's all this creepy stuff like dolls.
Yeah, that's great.
Like
a lot of creepy dolls,
like pictures that attack you
with like black hair and like
mannequins.
monster faces. A lot of mannequins.
Beautiful.
Yeah, a lot of mannequins and creepy stuff like that. I think there was another picture for you. Oh yeah, here's one of the puzzles.
Yeah, that was annoying.
The only
That
true
was so
color is
annoying.
green. Well, I don't see green.
I know this. I didn't understand this puzzle, and it was like one of the first ones, and I didn't understand it.
So what does it mean?
Basically, they're all paintings, and only one of them is telling the truth, and everybody else is lying. So this could be a lie. So you would go to the green one and see what he said, and see if it was a lie. And
But there's no green.
I
It's
know.
on the
side,
entire
six.
wall.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Pretty
the old,
confusing.
the old, there's.
Basically, they're all pulling in Castlevania to tell you why, so you can get lost even more.
That's great. Castlevania. But yeah, go to the next. What song is this?
Oh my god.
Crooked
That
Band.
title screen.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Smiley.
Crooked Band. I love him.
And David Bearable.
Yeah. Show. I think it's the next picture. Oh no.
But that's David.
Yeah, this is our heroine David here.
Oh, that's great.
He leads a pretty depressing life. He lives by himself. He has like 2 friends and one ex-girlfriend that randomly calls him and doesn't say anything. Stuff like that. And a crazy mom. I felt really bad because his mom was crazy and didn't think that was his son. And like I felt bad for him. So show the next picture with the keys. David carries a lot of keys around. They don't really go out of your inventory.
Yeah, so we pretty much just named him David Bearable.
Yep, when we were playing it, we named him that.
And either a door you can use a key or it's painted over. Or
Oh yeah, all the doors are painted over unless you have a key for them for some reason.
Yeah.
People like to paint doors everywhere. But yeah, the keys never leave your inventory. Like after, like sometimes after you use a key, it'll break or you'll lose it or whatever. Now, he keeps every single key, so it's like a whole page of like this key, that key, this key. So we thought this was a fitting picture, and we named him David Bearer of all keys.
He's a heroin addict and he collects keys.
He's not a heroin addict. He's the heroine of the story.
What is it? Heroin? A
Girl.
girl?
He could be a heroin addict. We don't know. He actually, as you progress through the story, you question David's sanity as well because
He's a heroin addict, alright.
he's a heroin addict, and some of
And he collects keys. I got it.
yeah, he collects keys. And, so we start to question his sanity as well.
He starts meeting people that
He actually turns the keys into heroin.
I know that.
Yes.
That's how we make money up in here.
So wait, you're saying heroin, like as in the hero.
Hero.
But isn't that the girl version?
I'm sorry.
Hero in.
Hey,
One of those things.
He's the hero
So
in.
it's the hero and the heroin addict.
Okay, we can say that.
Alright.
We'll say that.
I understand that.
We'll say that. But what I want to say is the Crooked Man ties in very deeply to David because you start to question David's sanity, and then you wonder why is the Crooked Man? The Crooked Man chases you around, so it's like one of those things where you have to run away from him.
Slender.
Yeah, kind of like Slender or another game we're going to talk about later on. And you wonder like why is he chasing him? Like why does he want him so bad? Because one, like, there's a part in the beginning where you're in your apartment and there's blood on the walls and it's like, I'm waiting for you.
Right.
So, yeah, so it's like, why? And
What, you
they
leave the
obviously they
apartment?
explain it
That's
later
a
on.
sign to leave the apartment.
Of course not.
Oh,
Never.
but he doesn't. And there's so when he moved into the apartment, there was a crack in the wall, and I didn't
Yeah.
appreciate that. So
Yeah, like right behind the TV.
seems pretty sketchy from the get-go, but definitely.
You've won a
check it out.
mansion.
it's like I'm waiting for you, okay? You're gonna be there.
Corpse party.